Net neutrality. Should governments enforce it? So, what even is net neutrality? Net neutrality is the principle that states that internet service providers should treat all internet traffic equally. Without the principle of net neutrality, ISPs are able to prioritize traffic for sponsored enterprises, leading to slower traffic for all other entities. This has various implications in areas such as economics and politics, creating many debates regarding this issue. The FCC argues that net neutrality policy should be implemented as it allows internet access to be regulated on a national scale. As society becomes increasingly reliant on internet services, it is imperative that access to such technologies and infrastructure can be provided to everyone. With the implementation of net neutrality, ISPs cannot block or prioritize certain content, ensuring that everyone can transmit information without censorship from ISPs or being throttled due to low transmission speeds for non-prioritized traffic. Greater government influence over internet services also means illegal activities can be monitored and outages can be addressed at a public level. Although there may be downsides to giving the government further influence over the internet, which is intended to be a decentralized construct in the first place, this division of power between ISPs and the government creates a healthy balance, ensuring one entity does not hog all of the power. We now delve into the economic aspects of net neutrality with an article from the MIT Technology Review. When talking about the effects of the demise of net neutrality, Martin Giles from the MIT Technology Review mentions, entrepreneurs are rightly concerned that large companies will spend heavily to dominate fast lane access, making it harder for some startups to be able to compete with these larger corporations. He also goes on to mention the lack of competition means there's little to deter these big companies from discriminating against services that pose a threat to their own offerings. This effect of no longer implementing net neutrality is extremely dangerous for economies, as it means that large corporations are no longer incentivized to innovate in order to outcompete startups. These corporations can simply pay ISPs to prioritize their traffic to gain an edge in the market. There have already been instances of internet service providers deterring healthy economic competition by accepting buy-offs from companies and blocking their competitors, such as AT&T blocking Skype on iPhones. Net neutrality is but one of many ways to foster a healthy economy in which all businesses, regardless of size or sector, are incentivized to innovate to attain better products for consumers. When debating such topics, however, it is also important to acknowledge the opposing claim. Gregory L. Roston, an author for the Stanford Institute for Economic Policy Research, argued that without restrictions on ISPs due to net neutrality, companies that provide internet service infrastructure were able to fund massive upgrades, allowing faster connections for all. Although it is true that ISPs are relatively financially limited upon the implementation of net neutrality, the benefits brought by net neutrality solve complex problems in our society, such as the incentives to innovate. Whereas the cons of net neutrality, such as the aforementioned, can be addressed with ideas such as government support. Nearly a decade has passed since net neutrality in the United States was repealed, and ISPs have yet to come up with any innovations to solve the issues brought by this repeal. In the economically thriving nation of the United States, it is becoming increasingly difficult for startups to even scrape at the influence of dominant corporations. Unless we as a society can conjure new, effective, alternative solutions for these societal issues that can be tackled simply by implementing net neutrality, we must fight for what was taken from us.